Hey yo, let me get a good cold open on a great pod, the Aki way.
Oh, the Aki way.
And
I thought you were
when you
going
say
with
Scott,
cuisine.
Scott, Scott, you go sure,
Sure,
sure. And
sure.
don't forget the Bev.
Never, never.
Never, never. Dude, I love Aki, man. That dude
Aki's
rock.
good. Is everyone
So
else
we're
a fan
just
of Aki?
side talk fan club.
Yeah, I don't know this guy.
I don't think Aki was on
Talking
Side
about
Talk.
that.
I wish he was. That'd be tight as fuck. Did I
It took
not?
me so
Well,
long to
certainly a cold
join.
open because I'm in a blanket and
That's
cold.
yeah, true.
Oh.
Dude, Scott, I bought an Oculus Quest.
Why?
It was on sale. I don't know.
Okay.
It was just on sale. I felt like it was a good idea.
Now you can have two.
I'm a little bit regretting the purchase, but I'm sure when it gets to me, I'll be like, whatever. Now
What's
I
the
don't have to
difference
go
from the
shopping.
Rift and the Quest?
The Quest is wireless.
Yeah. So
It's wireless, and it doesn't have lighthouses, so I don't have to set up my stupid like. Because when people come over here, like, dude, are you recording me? Like, no, these are just like IR lighthouses.
Yeah. Okay, though. All right.
Yeah, it is.
What's new with
it's
you,
just weird.
Scott? Dewey already kind of updated me. He's dying. He's on steroids. He's sick and everything. So that's
Steroids. Por qué?
I'm just like, I don't
Dude
know.
wants to get swole.
Just haven't been feeling well. You know how it is. My phone's on low battery, so you're not gonna see my face for much longer.
Oh, shit.
But anyways.
Plug it in, brother.
Oh fuck! I just spilled alcohol all over my freaking shit. Fuck.
Oh,
shit.
Back.
Save the mechanical keyboard.
Back.
Actually, no. I'm
Dewey's
sure
a
he's got
mess.
like 4 others. Damn! Look at that speed.
He came in quick.
Holy shit!
We whipped out the paper towels in record
When
time.
his battle station is at risk, the man comes in quick.
He's still got a lot of drink in that drink though. How much did you spill?
Just a little bit of the bevy, you know.
Probably spilled
What's
like
the bev?
20% of it.
Bev you got?
A little Earl Grey martini, the
Ah,
classic. I was feeling a little tea today.
fancy.
You're a little Earl Grey slut, aren't you?
Yeah, I fucking love Earl Grey, dude. So good.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best
Earl
teas out
Grey
there.
slut.
You gotta love that bergamot oil.
You ride an Earl Grey's dick.
I do. I'm an Earl Grey dick rider.
You give him sloppy toppy.
Very
Earl.
nice.
My name is Earl Grey.
Brandon, I don't know if I've ever seen that Hempfield sweater of yours.
I got this with Caleb when we volunteered at that soccer tournament a couple years ago.
Oh, right.
We did it
'Cause
for
we
the
were
free
actually-
T-shirts, and
yeah.
no, that was separate.
Okay.
This was just. Why did we keep doing it? We did it like 1 year, got roped into it through like Cassidy, and then we just like enjoyed ourselves just riding around golf carts, just fucking around. But then as the years went on, we kind of got like, I feel less inclined to keep coming back to this because it's so cold. It's like during November, and you're just freezing your ass off. It's like snowing most years.
Dude, that reminds me of Anchor Club back in high school. You guys do that one?
Oh my
No.
god, that's a throwback.
Dude, that was awful. It was abysmal. So Anchor Club for listeners was like was just like a volunteering club. I don't know why it was called Anchor. It was a weird name. But it's just a club where you volunteer and you have to like log your hours and get a specific
Because you're
amount of
holding down
hours.
the community, I guess, right?
That's true. And you have to log the specific amount of hours or they kick you out. And like that shit sucked. I thought it was gonna be
That was
great for my
cutthroat.
for my college resume. That whoever that lady was in charge of it, she was on my ass week to week. She's like, you did not log your hours. Like you're 50 hours. It was like a full-time job, man. It's unreal. Like I care about the people, but this is way too much work, man. They're exploiting kids for labor. That shit sucked. And it honestly did not matter at all. I don't think people are like in college, like, what the fuck is an anchor club? You have to explain it to them and like, oh, so you just volunteered, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's all you did? Cool.
You're almost better off just like talking about the volunteering you did without saying you were in a club.
Right, because at least you can list what you volunteered.
Yeah.
Anchor club's just anchor club.
Bullshit.
It's not very self-explanatory, is it? You know, I'm sure that was like one of the biggest clubs in high school. That I remember there was like over 100 people in there. But like 95% of the people in that club were only staying in it with like the minimum amount of hours you could log. That everyone was on the cusp of like getting cut. I'm sure.
I bet people joined that club just to put it in their experience for college applications.
I'm not
And
sure shit
imagine
what everyone
like,
was doing. That's what I did.
no doubt, no doubt. What
I was
type
in the
of
walk and
volunteering
talk club on a college resume.
were you doing? Like shit next to like inmates doing community service and shit? 'Cause that'd be quite the scene.
Yeah, they were smuggling phones and food in their ass into prison.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
Smuggling
fair.
anchors up their ass.
Oh, that's what it was. That's why it's called Anchor Club. Anchor
Yeah.
of your body is your
So
asshole.
large cavity and
There's been a lot
shit.
of things shoved up people's assholes to go into prison, but I don't think anchors. They
I
did
spent one
say
night
I
in
did read
prison.
something. I did read something about a dude shoving like an iPhone Plus up his ass. They had to extract that from him. That was one of
No
the
Yeah,
larger
fucking way.
objects. I swear to God, you
yeah, you
can
don't want
Google it.
to pull that.
I mean, think about it. The majority of things people shove up their asses to put in prison are cellular devices. Can't communicate. Because then you have
You're right.
that, and then you're the guy with the cell phone, and then that's your method. That's a little side hustle for you. So you charge people like 5 tokens or whatever so they can make a call on your cell phone.
Yeah. I'm watching The Boondocks. Have any of you guys ever seen that show?
I watched the
The
Boondock scene.
yeah, the Boondock
That's
Show, not
related.
Boondock Saints, right? I
No,
like the
no, no,
Boondock Show.
not
It's
The Boondock
great.
Saints.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh, is that a
it's
like a cartoon animated?
yes, an
Yeah.
animated
Mhm.
animated show. It used to be on Adult Swim. It's
Oh,
my
that's
lunch show
A
because the
hood
episodes
anime.
yeah,
It's your new lunch show.
yeah, because
That's
it's like
tight.
20-minute episodes, so I watch it during my lunch.
Yeah, and you
That's
get a little
fun.
bit of the culture. You know what I mean? Just to relate to.
Right, yeah, you know me.
You
Um,
gotta research. She's
uh,
like, Scott, you ain't black enough. Sorry. And Scott's like, I gotta start watching Boondock.
if you're dating me and you want me to be blacker, then you're making a mistake.
Yeah, you're not
Just
the
making
target.
your
You're
way
not the
through
target
the.
demographic.
That's like
But
Captain America in the beginning of that movie. He has like a to-do list of all these cultural things that that his girlfriend gave him. Gotta watch the Boondocks.
You
Just
gotta watch
making your way.
Boondocks.
but anyway, in the Boondocks, there's a character. His name's Tom. He's a lawyer, and
I love Tom.
he is deathly afraid of getting sent to jail and anally raped. It's like his biggest
A
fear,
common fear.
and
Yeah.
it's brought up like in multiple episodes. It's not just like one episode they talked about it. It was a focus of one episode. It was like it started off with a drop the soap scene where he's like in jail and you realize it's a dream, but like it's like I mean it's kind of graphic, but it is a cartoon. But yeah, I mean it's a valid fear. But he takes it to another level and he brings it up during like anniversary dinner with his wife, which isn't very romantic. So
Just like Tom from Succession. That's like a whole plot line for that Tom.
they have a similar vibe, to be honest. Um, kind of
Someone's
not
kids.
assertive, more on the agreeable side. But I think they
Yeah.
have a bubbling up of aggression, coming
Yeah.
up, and then they have to let it out somehow. Like in the last episode, Tom was being coached by a pimp. The pimp's name is a pimp named Slipback and Slickback. He was played by Cat Williams, if anyone's a fan.
Okay.
And he's very particular about his name. Like you can't just call him Slickback. You have to call him a pimp named Slickback.
Interesting.
That's a sick
Uh,
name.
yeah, he's just like slapping bitches and telling him how to keep his pimp hand strong, and all things that I think are very valuable information for a man like myself. In
I bet
today's
Cat
world.
Williams would be great.
That's correct. Yeah.
Character.
I mean, living in DC, you gotta flow.
Yeah, you never know when you have to smack a bitch.
You never know.
Dude, Scott, my coworker told me that someone got shot on the Red Line Metro, and it was like a CIA agent shot somebody or an FBI agent or something.
Damn.
Damn.
I didn't hear
Damn.
about
Was
that.
it
Suspect.
That's crazy.
But there's not much information about it because like.
Yeah,
BK,
maybe
you're
we
cutting
shouldn't
out a
talk
lot.
about it,
Just so you know.
Brandon, because maybe it's something that I've signed a
NDA for,
agreement
yeah.
DA for. Yeah,
Scott was the snitch.
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything like that, but I do take the red line. And I do keep that thing on me.
It's
It's
true.
called the red line for a reason. Paint that shit red with gunshots and shit.
Ah.
I have a story about my local train station here in South Philly. I'm just minding my business one day with my
Listening.
newly obtained AirPods that I got from a work thing.
Nice.
Um,
Shout out to Apple.
and what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
He said shout outs to Apple. I hope they sponsor us.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Plant the seed.
I'm sitting on the bench, just listening to music and shit, and these two kids run up to me and they try and steal my AirPods right out of my ears.
Out of your
And
ears? That's crazy.
one falls on the ground, the other they get, and then they run to the other side of the train station. I'm just like, what the fuck?
They got one AirPod.
They got one of them,
Oh.
and
Aren't they tethered so
they
one doesn't work without the other one?
Yeah, and also you
no
need to have
one.
the charger.
True. Those kids, I don't even know. But I guess it was just Robin season, and they just I look like a fucking easy target. They get the one AirPod,
Right.
they run away, but they have the audacity to ride the same train car as me
Same car?
because
Same car?
because
That's bad planning.
same one. No, the thing is, like, they're eyeing me up, trying to find their opening to
They're
get
trying to
the
get the
other
other
AirPod.
one. Oh, dude. That's when you plan
And,
your own heist to steal back your first one.
well, like,
Punks.
I just wanted to teach these kids a lesson because they're like 10, maybe 11, 12 years old.
You got robbed by
And
10-year-olds?
yeah. So I'm just like, they're like creeping up, like getting like seat by seat closer. Like, of course I noticed them, but as soon as like they're kind of close, I like turn around. I'm just like, I know you guys were the ones that tried to steal my AirPods. You want this other one, don't you? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, why would I give this to you? Like, you're stealing. You don't deserve this AirPod. And they're just like, just give it. And I'm like, no, kid, like this is illegal. Like you get in a lot of trouble. And they're like, no, we want it, and like try and like take it out of my ear while I'm conversating with them. Then suddenly, this random stranger dude, like two seats back, stands up. He's just like starts yelling at these kids. He's just like, "You kids are so lucky that this guy is not calling the police on you guys. You guys get in a lot of trouble for the rest of your life, and you're just lucky that this guy is just like not not calling the authorities." And like in a very loud way, and like the kids are just like spooked, shocked. They don't give my other AirPod back, but
They don't give it back? What? Wait, hold
no,
on. That's the point. Wait, you didn't get it back?
no. End
Didn't
of
you just
story.
tell? Why don't you tell that guy? He'll probably fight him for it. This guy seems like a cool
I
guy.
mean, I wasn't gonna like, yeah. I think he said like he would like beat the living sense into these kids, which spooked them away. They ran to like the back of the train car. Um, but that's my
Very,
fun
very
public transit
non-confront.
story.
Yeah, very non-confrontational. I would have at
You
least
could have
That's
asked
gotten
for it
that's
back.
that
that's on
AirPod
you.
back. You could have gotten that AirPod back. That's a shame.
Yeah,
City
you
kids
should have
are
I
just
taught them
lied
a
and
lesson.
told
They
us you
don't
got it
deserve
back.
it.
Honestly,
City kids will fuck you up, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I got them back,
nice.
and I
Hell
beat
yeah,
those kids up. I actually killed those kids.
hell yeah,
Okay.
dude. That's right,
Nice.
baby.
I
Allegedly.
That's
pushed
right.
them. Allegedly, I went out the train car and then I picked them both up by the ears and I threw them on the track.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's my podcast member right there. A real one.
Yeah, kids like
You guys have
that.
any
The
stories?
stepbrothers, just go to the playground and beat the shit out of them.
That's my dream, bro.
Nice
Trigger
fantasy.
I love beating kids up.
warning.
Did I
Up
get
or
better?
off?
Did that get better?
Up. Better than saying off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I have I discovered another podcast. Just scrolling through the top 200
You can't
Spotify Clap
advertise other
podcasts.
podcasts on here, man. That's
No, but
we
like
already don't have
We
enough
can do a
listeners.
crossover. Hold on.
If our listeners
this
hear about
other
this podcast and
podcast,
it's better, we're gonna lose them, dude. We can't. That's like
no,
putting posters for BK at McDonald's. You can't do it.
it's a rival podcast.
We're
True.
okay.
How-
Now we're starting
How
lower.
close?
Okay.
No, that's
Yeah,
straight.
yeah. It's close. It's called Whoa, That's Good.
That's pretty cool. That's
right?
pretty cool.
Whoa, that's
By
good.
Sadie Robertson. It's like 178th place. Sadie Robertson, if you're out there, I'll fucking throw you onto the train tracks like those kids. You are not what we're about. There,
Yeah.
You're a Christian friendly Duck Dynasty girl. Southern.
I am curious, like, how many monthly listeners, like, the 178th podcast gets. Because I feel like everyone I
Probably
talk to, or the majority of podcast listeners, like, everyone listens to the same, like, group of 10-ish podcasts,
Yeah.
right?
I feel
There's, like,
being
millions of podcasts
right.
out
I
there
think to
that are-
be a good like you have to be in the top 200. There was a statistics for Twitch where I think the top 1% of streamers has at the very minimum to be in top 1%, you only have to have like 20 watchers. That's it to be in the top 1%. So I'm assuming like same for podcasts because there's so many
That's wild.
podcasts. To be in the top 1% of podcasts, you probably only need like 10 listeners every week.
So
We're
for
probably
Twitch, there's
very
like
close.
tens of millions of streamers out there who only
Yeah,
get
'cause
like
there's so many.
5 viewers or something.
Yeah, because there's so many. It's the same thing for podcasts. There's so many.
Yeah.
We've got to be at least. If even us listen to our own podcast, that's probably good enough, man. For the algorithm, we're up there. Probably like number 229 or something.
One a day. If we stream it one a day, that's what?
We'd go
20
up.
listeners
We'd be
a
top
week?
1% easy by next week, BK. By next week,
20
get it started.
We could
Okay.
easily break like 100 a month. That
Yeah.
would probably get us in like the top 500 on iTunes.
Dude,
I mean, all it
every
is
day.
just like promotion and marketing and
That's true.
like
Jesse
public
promotes. I listen
publicizing.
to it every morning, and I Google Scott's criminal record too. I do a little bit of both.
I haven't
do a little bit of
Googled
both.
myself in a long time.
Daily
Let me do
ritual.
it real quick.
I'm kidding.
After all these
I
years,
haven't,
you're still trying to.
I haven't
promote
done it
that
in like a
crap.
year, Scott.
Never done it in a year.
So let me read the description for the Whoa, That's Good podcast, and we're going to be the opposite, competing
All right.
Sadie Robertson
Mhm.
for her 178th spot.
That's right, Sadie.
in
We
the top
calling you
Spotify
out.
podcast. So her podcast welcomes you into meaningful conversations with authors, athletes, musicians, speakers, and stars of film.
Good thing
And
we have none of
television.
that. We have none of that.
Exactly. So we're already the opposite.
We can't even
Oh,
be
yeah.
considered athletes in whatever we do.
No shot. In search of the answer to just one question, what is the best advice you have ever been given? So, being the opposite of the Whoa, That's Good podcast, what's the worst advice that we can give our listeners? I feel like one is to smoke pot in a golf course late at night.
That's true. That's true. You could get caught. You gotta watch out.
Maybe, yeah. I know some people.
Now, you want to go to jail.
Dude,
You want
I
to
gotta say,
experience dropping the soap.
don't do it. Don't do ketamine and drink. That shit sucks.
Ooh.
Don't
That's
do
not
that.
No,
Absolutely.
No,
do not
tell
do
people
ketamine
to do
and
it.
drink. Oh, that's right. Absolutely. It's such a good time. Drink a ton, do some ketamine, and then drink some more. That shit is great for your brain and body.
Dwee, you sound like a robot to me. Anybody else?
Fuck you.
You
Look at the setup. How can I sound like a robot? Think about
So-
it.
Sounds crystal.
looking
I don't know.
at-
It's breaking up.
I'm googling myself and it's not
Crystal
on the
clear.
first
Maybe
page.
it's me.
I'm not seeing it at all, honestly.
Oh, really? Damn, Scott, you really fucking fucked up the SEO, bro.
Yeah, fuck all that
Good
shit.
work,
I
man.
got shit.
calling
People
your
be
voice?
searching.
Well, there's other people's names. There's Gianluigi Palladro.
Dude, that's so smart. You find Scott. Scott, you find the other Paladoros and either bribe them to fucking up or kill them so that they appear on the news, right? And then that will integrate in the SEO, and then your shit will go down and their shit will go up. That's so
That
smart.
sounds great.
Just gotta
Also,
find
I
every Scott
my-
Palladoro.
I would
there's
actually
a
be
link
amazed.
that's just my home phone number that my parents no longer use. That's just like my name, my home phone number. So fuck them for even having that.
They dox you?
Well, I mean,
The Hempfield Police Department doxes
no.
you?
It's not that article. It's just one of the Google links is
Oh,
just my
is
name
your
and my
shit?
home phone. That's
Yeah, your
and
parents
then
just aren't very good at not signing privacy notices.
yeah, it's
They're like,
funny.
oh, cookies? Yes.
Cookies.
Mm,
God, I wish your
Yum.
middle name was Luigi.
Mission
That would be
success.
so tight, dude. If your
Yeah,
middle name
that
was
would be pretty
Mario
wild.
or Luigi, that'd be so sick.
Nah, me and my dad have the same middle name, but I do
Oh,
not
do
have
you?
his. Yeah.
Is that a
Francis.
tradition
Francis?
in
Francis?
Italy?
I don't know.
Is that like
Maybe.
a thing in Italy? Because in Vietnam, your middle name is your parents' first name.
Oh,
Yeah, so my sister's is
No.
my mom's first name, and mine is my dad's first name.
I don't think so. I think if anything in Italy, it's like a saint name, which
Ah,
Francis
Yeah.
is, because they're all Catholic as fuck.
Shoot.
That's me, bro.
Yeah, Brandon, you Catholic as fuck?
Actually, wait. No, my dad has a saint for his middle name because my grandparents were Catholic as fuck.
Got you.
Me.
What's his
Saint
But
name?
Pablo?
actually, no. For me, I follow the
Pablo.
Vietnamese thing that we describe. My middle
Oh,
name is
really?
my dad's name.
My dad's
so-
first name. Is
Yeah.
your sister's your mom's first
My
name or
parents
not?
were feeling Korean that day, I guess. Vietnamese.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Korean. That's right. Call me Chung Seok. You know,
Sorry, it was a
I actually
Freudian
thought
slip.
about learning Korean. I feel like that's not that hard to learn. Like,
Because you don't want to read the
reading it.
subtitles in Squid Games.
That's right. Only for that. In case Squid Game 2 comes out, I need to be ready. And
I
also,
read that
Parasite
Netflix
too.
greenlit like 20 Korean shows for
I think.
2022.
I mean, it's smart. Korean shows rock. They're good. A lot of Korean movies are really good. I've never seen. I don't. KTV is probably whack.
Train to Busan.
Great movie,
That
dude.
is
Train to Busan. If you didn't know, this is. I was talking about Eternals last week. The Korean guy, in Eternals is from Train to Busan. I think he's one of the main characters.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
Right.
fuck.
He's a pretty prominent Korean actor.
I need to watch.
Don't know his fucking name, but
The stocky guy.
the big dude, Korean Hulk. You know,
He's a
he was
built.
jacked.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a built
Dude's
motherfucker.
big.
Gilgamesh.
That's right, Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
I love Koreans. They're the Asian Irish. They're the Irish of the Asians. Drink a lot, rowdy.
I think that's like drinking a lot is actually like an Asian staple. You know, I feel like that's like
True.
every single Asian country. It's a.
Asians love drinking. But northern Chinese people, like, they don't have the tolerance. They have like Asian flush. They can only drink like one shot of beer. Weird genetics. I learned that from Mr. Diodato. Shout out to him. Asian flush. I don't get it.
Mr. Diodato teaching you about Asians.
Wait, what did you say about Asian flush?
Chinese
I was
specifically.
not listening. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Most northern Chinese, they have like a gene that makes them like allergic to alcohol or something like that. They can only drink like one shot of beer and then they get wasted.
Yeah,
I think it's
that
lucky.
does happen. But I wonder why it happens. You know, like what's the scientific reasoning behind it?
They're pussy.
I know that
Something in
antihistamines
those pussy-ass
or
chromosomes.
or I think it's like omeprazole, like Prilosec. No, it's like Zantac,
Shut up,
or
pharmacy nerd.
or like Benadryl. Stops Asian glow if you didn't know, and I have no idea why. It's funny if you ever see like an Asian person go to drink and they have like one tablet on them, it's just Benadryl. Like it's like Scott with lactate.
Yeah.
Whoa. Life hack.
Sometimes it's lactate, sometimes it's heroin.
Yeah, boner pills.
Oh, blue chew? They're not pills, they're
You never know.
chewables.
They're chewables. That's right.
Jesus.
That's some good advice for
Read
bad
of
habits.
today? Jesse, what's the read for today? I know you got us a sponsor.
I have my
Today's
own
sponsor
individual
is-
sponsor. That's different than you guys.
Oh
which is,
shit! You have your
Spirits.
own brand. American Spirits. Let's go. That's our
This is,
sponsor. Oh yeah, man.
some quality natural
So
tobacco.
natural. Burns like
The only
crazy.
ingredients are tobacco and water,
American
and
Spirits burn like brazy, dude. If you're a
they
fucking
last
smoker and you're
so
not smoking
long.
spirits, you're either poor or you're whack. That's it. That's the only reason not to smoke spirits.
American Spirit tobacco has a blend that's defined from a portfolio from the start. It's a full-bodied taste
Oh,
made
yeah.
with
Have you guys
earth-friendly
ever
whole
taken a
leaf
dick
tobacco
pill,
and water.
actually?
Have we ever done what?
Have any of you ever
pill?
taken a dick pill?
No, but wait, have you? God?
Me?
Scott has.
Yeah, is that
No,
is that
no, this
yes?
wasn't me raising my hand.
No,
This is-
you did.
Oh.
You threw up the
You
Well,
like
I
I think
come
all
on.
three of us were like,
on.
"Oh, he has taken a dick."
Yeah, and it was natural.
All of us are in agreement.
What the
You
fuck?
really
of
looked
course.
like that was
Why is
yes.
taking a dick pill? Why?
You literally
Why?
made a dick symbol with your hands.
Well,
I did the
you
dick
did make a symbol that looked like a chode.
That's
Like, oh no,
that
not
was just
me.
me doing, for you guys.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep it between us. You didn't.
I've
Take
never taken a dick pill. Now chewables. That's-
okay.
I never. I plan to at some point in my life.
Yeah, I mean, like, why not? You know,
Yeah.
it's not like it hurts you. Your blood pressure goes up. Whatever, man.
Well, you don't want to take them until like you need them.
That's what I'm slightly afraid. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
slightly
you
afraid.
know, I
I'll
don't think
become
you'll.
addicted.
Yeah, like you just gotta stop. I'm sure, like the dependency will go away if you don't use it for a while.
No. I mean, like, I won't be able to get hard unless I take a pill. That's what I'm afraid of.
I don't think your body's gonna immediately think that that's the new norm. You know,
You don't know.
I'm a doctor, Scott.
Yeah, I don't see your fucking lab coat on. All right, so all right.
Everybody's different. Or everybody is.
Everybody is
so
different. But this is science, BZ. Anyways, I
but
thought
like,
about it. Taking a dick pill would be sick. I feel like that shit rocks. You know.
I was
sounds
reading
cool.
in like a Reddit thread, like it literally just gives you a boner. It doesn't make you horny though.
No, yeah, but you what are you gonna take it? Just you know what? I'd love to have a hard dick right now, but not be horny. I'm just like it's like 1 p.m. I'm just walking around outside. Man, I wish I was hard right now.
I think it might be a way to get rid of your headaches. If you have too much blood rushing around your head, you can send it right to your dick and then be like,
It
"Oh, I'm
actually
good."
funny enough, taking a dick pill will give you a headache because it increases your blood pressure. Like you'll get a headache. A lot of people complain. That's like the one like main side effect around dick pills. So you get a headache during it.
Well, shit. Yeah, right. Okay, that makes sense. Because that's how it gets your dick hard.
That's a compromise.
That's a compromise. Yeah, you're hard. Who cares?
Yeah,
You're bad, not horny, and you have a hard ass dick, and you're just like walking around like, oh,
dude, that would be so sick. I'm now 3:30 p.m. I'm in line at Aldi's getting ready. I'm like, fuck, dude. If I was hard right now, but not horny.
I'll admit it. In the Caribbean, this dude pulled out a conch, and a noodle came out of. He was like deconching it, and a noodle came out, and he's just like,
"What is deconching?"
Yeah,
we're
all making the same face. What the fuck is a deconching?
That's not ubiquitous vocabulary. I have no idea.
If you're saying
Well,
noodle, do you
like-
mean like the animal that lives in a conch shell?
yes. So like you can't eat the shells, so you take the conch shell off, you crack open like parts of it, and then the animal comes out and it's a slimy little mollusk that Caribbean people eat. But there's a little noodle that hangs off of it, and dude was just teaching us how to deconch. He wiggles the noodle in front of his face and he's like, "This is the island secret. Nature's aphrodisiac pill, and slurps it
Oh
right down right in
wow!
front of us.
That's very cool.
Boom.
And did it get
Pop.
immediately hard?
Then he just started raping you guys.
Immediate,
Immediate?
long ass schlong,
That's
hard as a
crazy.
rock.
Oh my
And
god!
he
In real time,
wasn't
you saw
horny.
this guy's
Real
dick get
time, it
hard.
just his schmeat just went up, huh? Off of
He
that? Off
pulled
of
it
that?
out.
Is he just like staring right at
pulled
his
it out.
crotch, like, huh?
By your
It's like
impression, this is
it's just like
definitely a
part
big
of
black
like
penis.
it's like every tour guide has to do it. It's like,
Yup.
they gotta show their hard ass dick. Like, all right, now we've come for a show where I deconch and you get to see a big ass dick for free. All right, here we
Someone called him out on it once and was like, "I don't believe you," and he's like, "Well, fuck, now I got to show him the goods."
go.
Wow.
So I took a little noodle, and now my dick doesn't work after taking it.
But did you get hard at that time?
I'm constantly hard, and it's so hard that it's not hard.
He's got the
Ever.
sea cucumber.
Cucumber, make your dick
Cucumba.
harder. Concha monster, make your
the
dick
girls
harder. Vitamins, minerals. I love
What's that from?
That
that a meme?
he's like a YouTuber, and he makes like just like songs
Cucumba.
about eating
Yeah.
different vegetables. He's a really cool guy, man.
He's very health conscious. I mean, yeah, it was like a couple years ago that song came out that he put out. But just a post, yeah, it was like Dwee was singing it.
Yeah, man, it's a good song.
Cucumber.
Yeah, Cucumber. His name is
Oh,
Maccabee.
cucumbers.
What's his name?
Maccabee,
Oh, yeah,
Macka
Maccabee.
space B, Maccabee. He has one on just drinking water. So sick, dude.
I know Deezus talked about him on the Bodega Boys podcast.
Hell yeah.
They share Jamaican lineage.
Bad advice. Don't drink water, folks. That's bad for you.
Would you rather be born in the Caribbean or Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
Caribbean. That way, I never met you guys.
Oh shit! And BK hit the cornrows once, and he's like, "I gotta go back, dude. I
It's
gotta
my
go back."
calling, my natural calling. I'm doing it wrong, but
That's right. Like he hit the cornrows once, and he's like, "I'd love to do this all the time, but it was."
I'm an island boy.
But that's true. You could be just an island boy.
Damn, if that song would have came out at the time I got the corners, oh,
Dude, if Island
sensational.
Boy dropped the day you got cornrows, my god, they would
They-
be off the charts, and then you
They
would be.
saw
Game over.
Brandon, and they're like, "Oh shit, I got an
shit.
idea for a song."
I could
They
I could do
saw
a bet.
Brandon down there. They
Dude,
wrote the
all
song
they
about
played-
Breezy.
Yeah, at that resort I was at, literally all they fucking played was like Sean Paul and like Cake by the Ocean.
Not too long.
And I would put money down that Island Boy is now in rotation at that resort's playlist. It'd be really sad if it is.
You imagine you hear like two Ed Sheeran songs and an Island Boy.
Well, they would play actual like hits, but every hit was like a reggae remix. It was strictly just like reggae and like island type of.
Whoa, it's
Music.
almost like
Steel drums.
all the people that would visit, the Caribbean are white people like you that want to hear these songs. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild?
No,
So
that's
they know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I would be born in the Caribbean. Way, way, way cooler than being from Lancaster.
Imagine
What the
But-
fuck's there to do down there besides sprint and smoke weed?
I like that too, Brandon.
That was very good, dude. Yeah, I mean that's it. But can you imagine? You could almost be Olympic level. Pretty sick.
I mean, what's there to do in America other than to eat food and
And shoot up a
watch-
school.
shoot? That's good. Get fat and shoot up schools. That's all.
Imagine
there
shoot
is.
up a school.
I guess that's our strong suit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
All right, let's make a bet for the next
No,
school shooting.
Don't say it, man. Don't
Next,
say it, man.
next.
There's no winning in that.
We're not fishing for content that badly, dude.
You either lose or you win, in which case you really lose.
We're not going there.
All right.
No.
Yeah, man. Can we start a new segment on the pod? One. This one's
Please.
I just burped and had like some of my beer come up in my mouth, and I had to re-swallow it. Anyway,
That's
Nice.
so.
Some beer reflux.
Oh,
We
that was
didn't really
disgusting.
need that audio.
I think you did.
No, that's quality
Cut that part out.
content.
We're just gonna clip that, and that's the what plays before this segment every time we do this segment.
If we had drops, dude.
Brendan kind of throwing up in his
We
mouth.
really need drops, man. I've got this is a subreddit called "Am I the Asshole?"
Mhm.
And it's where people post a story,
Yes,
right?
you are.
Alex is
Dude.
obsessed with the. She follows an Instagram account that's just "Am I the asshole?" posts, and she just. scrolls through them.
What doesn't
And
you
that-
choose?
and
You
that's
just
how
go
she-
on Reddit.
I'm like,
Just
why
go
don't
on
you
the
go
source?
to Subreddit? And she's like, I don't know, I'm on Instagram, and it's literally just
3
like,
degrees of separation
screenshots
from
of
Reddit.
the post. I don't get it. That's what she does, though. That's her natural
She doesn't want to go
habitat.
on Reddit that badly. She'd wait for someone to take a picture and then post it to Instagram. That's
I don't
unreal.
question her methods. That's yeah.
That's
Dude, Mark
unreal.
Zuckerberg has his clutches on Alex. He knows that she will never leave any Facebook product to go to fucking Reddit or Pinterest.
Meta products. Get it
Meta.
right.
Okay.
Or the Zuck
He's got Jesse too.
will get you. No. I'm contributing to the open metaverse, not the meta metaverse.
All right, this one's pretty good. It's short and it's like 50-50 on if they're the asshole or not. Okay, ready? The title of the post is "Am I the asshole for not letting my boyfriend dilute the wine?" Throwaway, I am 27 female and my boyfriend is 27 male. This happened last year during our Valentine's Day dinner. My boyfriend likes to add juice to every alcoholic drink, including wine. When we go out, he often gets a cocktail and asks them to not put a lot of alcohol. I normally order a glass of wine. Last year, I was not able to go out to celebrate my birthday because I had gotten a promotion at work and had to travel. So that dinner date was supposed to be for a birthday, promotion, Valentine's Day. I told my boyfriend I wanted to splurge and would cover the entire bill. I decided to order a bottle of wine and thought my boyfriend would order his usual cocktails. But he said he wanted to drink wine and asked me to choose something a bit sweet. So I got a rosé that tasted like a sangria. When they served the wine, he said it's bitter and wanted to ask the waiter for a separate glass of juice to add to the wine. I told him to just order a cocktail and I'll drink the wine by myself. He got quiet and drank water throughout the dinner. We got into an argument when we got home and he said that I embarrassed him by insisting that he either get a cocktail or drink the wine. Although we aren't going out this year, the issue has come up and he's acting salty about it and keeps saying I was the asshole. So, is the girlfriend the asshole?
Did she like
I
call
know.
him out in front of the waiter or waitress?
I think it's ambiguous. I'm assuming she did call him out.
Because I would have suggested that, like, when the waiter or waitress walked away, in case he did get easily embarrassed. Why can't he just dilute like his own glass of wine? Why does he have to dilute the entire like bottle?
No, I think he had his own 2 glasses, and he would dump some juice into the glass and then some wine into that same glass. He's not diluting the whole bottle. It's just for him. But she's just saying that he shouldn't do it because it's weird. And it's true. It's very weird.
If he's just doing it to himself, to each their own, it's fine. It's what he likes.
Wait.
I thought he was suggesting doing it like to the
Yeah.
entire bottle. Then she had to drink diluted
That's
wine
true.
too.
There
In
is,
that case, that's like,
there is an
yeah,
add-on.
don't do that
There's
bullshit.
an add-on. She paid $120 for that bottle of wine.
Oh, bruh.
Hmm.
And she's paying for it. Yeah.
And she's paying for the whole
take it as is. Yeah.
Yeah. I
That's-
don't think she's the asshole in this scenario.
Yeah, I don't think she's an asshole at all.
I think it's probably something she's been kind of holding in, like, dude, why don't you like drink like a normal
Yeah.
person?
Right. It was weird
This is
before.
not the right context for her to bring this up with him, maybe, but it is a $160 bottle of wine. It's on her, so she has a right to say, like, hey, if you're not gonna enjoy this, the way it's supposed to be drinking, then I'm just gonna drink it myself.
That's true. Okay, so
People are 50-50 on this on Reddit.
50-50. I mean, I think it's because
shocking.
they probably didn't read the fact where she paid $120 for a bottle of wine. That's a lot of fucking money for you to be putting Kool-Aid in a wine, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to drink that as is, the way it's meant to.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
You're
can
right.
you imagine? Like, you've been dating this girl for like 5 months, right? Well, like, not 5 months. You probably would figure it out before that. How about like 3 weeks, right? And then you like, you haven't gone to a bar for some reason, but you decided to go to a nice restaurant and you order wine, and she's like, yeah, I'll have some. And then you find out she pours like grape juice into your wine. Why are you still with this person? You know, that's a leave. That's a leave situation. You don't stay. This motherfucker got red Kool-Aid and put it into your red wine.
Yeah, is it weird to say it's like a little childish too?
Yeah, I mean, like
asking for like the crust to be cut off your sandwich or something.
yeah, but way more egregious.
Brennan, are you telling me you never asked to get your crust cut off your sandwich?
BK wouldn't even send the
Is
feedback.
that? Are you into that? Are you into that?
No,
Scott?
it just seems like something you would do. So I'm just very
That's
surprised.
true.
You
Wait,
are
can I-
just
can I
under
get
the
those-
impression that my palate hasn't changed since 11th
No,
grade.
that's
It hasn't?
correct.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
guys just assume like
And
I
I'ma
still
keep
just
it that
eat
way.
chicken fingers
Brennan,
all the
name
time.
name one
For
thing
the sake
that
of the
you
joke,
enjoy
I'll let you
now.
guys still believe that. Sure.
Name one thing you enjoy now that you didn't enjoy in 11th grade.
Duck. I've been on that duck game. Duck's fucking
okay.
delicious.
Alright. That's that's okay. I still think it's very. But BK goes to a restaurant, orders like the chicken tenders, but like medium done.
I'll let you guys
But can I
believe
get
what you
those
want to
chicken tenders, like,
believe
well
for the
done?
bit. Sure.
Can you use
And-
panko breadcrumbs on the
Yeah,
chicken tenders?
and then like, would you like dessert? Do you have vanilla ice cream?
Not vanilla bean.
No vanilla bean, vanilla flavor.
Vanilla. I don't want to see any little
Vanilla
black
bean
stuff.
by Turkey Hill won a S tier. I'll stand by that.
That is an S tier ice cream.
Okay, wait. French vanilla or vanilla bean?
Vanilla bean, not French
Vanilla
vanilla.
bean.
Vanilla
Vanilla
bean.
bean.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Vanilla bean.
French vanilla is like that yellow weird shit.
Mhm. A yellow one, dude. I don't want any yellow ice cream. Like if it's vanilla, get that shit out of here.
It's
I mean,
unnatural.
would you count coffee as yellow ice cream?
No, I meant
Coffee.
like yellow vanilla flavored ice cream.
Oh, okay. Because coffee
But
flavor
coffee
is
is
like
the
Coffee
best.
ice cream is
It's my
good.
second
I like
favorite.
coffee ice cream.
If you don't vote with coffee ice cream, you're a child. Sorry.
Is anyone else on a mint
Yes,
chocolate
good.
chip gang?
Mint
I
chocolate
like
chip
mint, dude.
is tight, but I mean,
I like
coffee
it.
blows it out of the water.
Yeah, I think-
Dude, oh my god. I on Saturday at a Fogo de Chao. Oh
Ooh, you
my
went to
god.
Fogo de
dude.
Chao? What are you, rich? What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
Dude, it
Jeff
was
Bezos.
$80 just for me. $80 just
Christ.
for me. It's
Oh, you did the
fucking
all you can
nuts.
eat? Is that the all you can
Yeah.
eat? Okay.
BK,
Brazilian steakhouse.
enough for
I
$80.
still I've never gone
Well,
to
it
one.
was 45 for the all you can eat, but then you get two mimosas, $10 each. So it was like
Oh,
60,
that's
then
bad.
plus with
Yeah,
tip, it was like
yeah.
80.
That's so
So
sick.
so really, if you the minimum you can do just like the 45. But holy shit, dude, that place is insane. They bring
Yeah.
the meat out on like these Trident fucking skewers, and they ask you like what temperature you want it, and like if you say medium rare, they'll cut it a specific. But the thing is like literally the size of my chest.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
every fucking cut of meat they bring out is just ridiculous. And the salad bar is not really even a salad bar. It's like an appetizer bar. There's like a
That's sick.
there's like a charcuterie corner. There's a corner with like pickled peppers and like salmon and like what do you call those things, like mozzarella, tomato, basil, that like triple
that is
combo?
called a
Um,
margarita.
Caprese? Oh.
Caprese.
Caprese,
That's
caprese.
right. Margarita is just a
Um,
pizza.
Yeah,
You like
thought,
really
you
have
thought,
to
With
restrain
elements on
yourself.
it.
you thought the resident Italian was gonna
Sweet
get it
out
wrong?
Italian.
Come on.
Oh my god,
Brendan,
dude,
you
it
like
blew
that?
my mind. I took a nap after.
You like that big meat?
I liked
You
it a
like
lot.
Brendan, you like
dude.
that? You like that? You
I
like
liked
the
it a
thick meat?
fucking lot.
Although I gotta say, that's very sick that they don't actually have a salad bar. Because if you go to a salad bar in a buffet, you're a moron.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. In any
I mean,
buffet you
yeah,
go to,
fuck healthy
if
choices.
you even look at the salad bar, you're an idiot.
Okay, but maybe you want a balanced meal, you know? Maybe you're just eating
Get the
all meat.
vegetable like dish. Don't eat like iceberg lettuce and carrots.
What if you don't like the vegetable dish?
Then don't get
Shut
to
the fuck up, Scott.
Fuck you, dude. That's
Dude,
so
that's-
whack.
Some
Scott,
people,
Yeah, I
Scott
was
is
impressed.
the juice wine guy of the group.
no, I just worked at a
Yep.
Ruby Tuesday, and the one of the best things about Ruby Tuesday is the fucking salad bar, to be honest. But it's not a
Because it's not microwaves.
yeah,
The one thing on our menu.
it's not a buffet, so I can't really compare.
That's true. I think it's different. Because you're
I-
paying.
You're comparing a Ruby Tuesday to a Brazilian steakhouse.
fuck
Bro.
with
Okay, all right, listen. I'm just saying. You just said buffets in general.
Yeah, true. I did say buffets in general.
Yeah,
But it was funny to laugh at you for that.
fine.
Did you
Fuck Scott.
Did you guys
Fuck you.
see Neil Young tweeted like, "Hey Spotify, you either take Joe Rogan off or you pull my music." And I was like, "Hell yeah, dude. That's so tight. Fuck Joe Rogan." But Spotify just pulled all his music.
Yeah.
That's so
Really?
funny, dude. They're like,
Dude,
"The fuck?
Joe's
You
the
make money?"
number one podcaster. He's making Spotify so much bank. It's like a
Much money.
no-brainer for them.
Yeah,
But like, it
right.
is admirable from Neil Young because
Yeah, it was, dude.
he's
I'm
like,
glad he's saying it, man.
I think it's a little delusional though, because I don't know if Neil Young thought he had the pull to be
Yeah,
like,
he's like, I'm gonna
hey,
outclout Joe Rogan.
yeah,
Who the
like,
hell is this man?
excuse me, Neil Young. Yeah, no one who listens to Joe Rogan avidly. Actually, yeah, that's not true. There's probably a decent
There's
cross
probably some
section
people.
of
There's
fans.
no one who avidly listens to Neil Young that also avidly listens to Joe Rogan.
Hmm.
I feel
But
like
Ian.
their demographic. Ian.
Yeah,
Ian.
I feel like, look, you can be a Rogan fan before COVID, but I think if you're a Rogan fan after COVID, you're a moron, and I don't want to talk to you.
I
dude,
think in the past like
I'm a
2 years,
moron.
people generalize Rogan audience with right-wing people, but like, there's a shit ton of people who listen to
No, yeah,
Rogan.
but if
There's
you
a shit
still
ton of
listen to
progressive
Rogan
people.
now and like accept his viewpoints on COVID, you're a moron. That's it. You
Yeah,
know?
and I think a
I don't
large
know
part
why.
of his audience listens to him. He's like, yeah, what he's saying is bullshit. Don't take it as gospel. But
I
people.
mean, I feel like there's a higher majority of people who listen to Rogan and think what he's saying is true than there are people who are skeptical of him and still listen.
I don't think that's the majority of his audience. I think that's just like a vocal minority, like
You think
people who are
a
active
lot
on
of people
Twitter.
who listen to Joe Rogan like just think like, oh, this guy's an idiot, but I'm listening to it for fun.
No, I mean like I
Sure,
listen to
yeah, I
Joe
think there's a
Rogan.
lot of people who listen to
I'll out
Rogan.
myself. I'll
Out
out
yourself,
myself
Scott.
as a listener, but I don't listen to everything every episode. I only listen to the ones where he talks to people that seem interesting.
So
And
just
I
just
don't
as an
think of
interviewer. Okay,
yeah,
that's
I
fair.
don't I
That's
don't
fair.
think of Joe
Like
Rogan
even
as
during the
an
interviews, he's
expert.
spouting bullshit. Like it doesn't change. He's still talking.
It's better than watching fucking CNN and Fox News and NBC. They're all also not
Yeah, you can cherry
experts.
pick what guests you like. I mean, if he has on a doctor or some shit, I'm never gonna listen to that fucking episode.
I
But if
still
he
feel
has on
like
like a funny comedian or something,
that's
and
true.
they're
I
not
feel like
talking about
does he
COVID that
not spout
much,
his bullshit during the funny comedians too? Because I've seen clips of him talking about COVID with comedians a lot, and he's usually
Yeah.
wrong.
no, one of like he has his episodes where he has it like his episodes with like Mark Norman and Shane Gillis. Those guys are fucking hilarious, and he still has episodes where they just like shoot the shit and it's good. But unfortunately, the majority of his episodes now are just talking about like COVID and stuff, and yeah, that's annoying. So
I don't know.
those
Bring
I don't really listen
back
to.
bring back DMT to subject matter and seeing
Yeah.
machine elves and aliens. That's what I listen for.
I think what
Ayahuasca in like Africa.
yeah, I'm with you, but I think the stuff that doesn't like the stuff that goes viral from Joe Rogan's podcast is the COVID stuff because he's giving these takes that are dumb.
The
But-
hottest of takes.
The hottest it takes.
Fair.
But
What if it's all just a hoax? Him taking ivermectin just to generate buzz
well,
For
I feel like
No, I think he genuinely believes
to
what
make
he's preaching.
Yeah.
people talk. Yeah, probably, but
he's
I
he's
like
at a
to
point too where
conspiracy theorize.
he's
Mhm.
kind of like challenging like the ability of I don't know social media discourse to like cancel him. Like people are still going to listen to him even if people say he's
that's
alt
true.
right and
It's mind-boggling to me
and-
that like he is technically under a corporate entity, but the fact that he is probably one of the biggest winners of that organization, that they're like, yeah, Neil Young can fuck off, whatever. Who cares if what Joe Rogan is saying is bullshit?
yeah, I don't know.
Money talks, I guess.
I main point is like I don't think you have to agree with the viewpoints of the whatever you're watching or listening of the people who present it, as long as you kind of pick apart like what you think about each thing that he says. I disagree with like a ton of shit that he says. I don't know why I'm defending Joe Rogan.
I understand your viewpoint though. Like you listen to a specific interview because he's a good interviewer more than
Yeah.
like the norm for me is what I see is like he just gives shit takes.
Yeah, the only thing I respect about his personality really is that he's honest. He's not
That's
really
fair.
trying to like lie or push some agenda. He's just saying what's on his mind. Whereas like
He
someone,
does also what I like about it, he does come across as a genuinely like nice person. He cares about people, and he like if he sees he's like responsible for like sparking a lot of like people's careers, which is pretty sick too. Like he gives exposure to smaller comedians and then brings them up and whatnot. And he does seem like a nice guy. Even though his like vaccine views and shit are just like, laughable.
I mean, that's kind of part of what he's like doing when he's talking to like, because he talks to fucking basically alt-right people, and the part that about Joe Rogan that sucks is like he's trying to every one of his guests he's trying to humanize them. He's trying to be like they're just like you and me. But it sucks when he does
Double-edged
that.
sword, yeah.
Yeah, he sucks
'Cause
that
he's
when he
doing
does
it
that
to
with
the wrong
actual
figures.
bad people, like
Yeah.
that are not just like you and me, and actually are trying to fuck over people like you and me. And he doesn't seem to realize that. That's where it's fucked up. Enough about
Yeah, a
Joe
lot of
Rogan.
his pushback lately is like it's harder and harder for him to like he's just kind of like a yes man and every guest just kind of like convinces him. He doesn't
Yeah.
really question it.
Question everything. That's what the true, psychedelic psychonaut would say.
Yeah.
It is wild that like a 55-year-old dude is like taking shrooms and then like on a regular basis talking
I
to
don't
people for like 5 hours and knowingly broadcasting that to several million people just constantly.
It's easier when you're
It's
on
just a
the
wild life.
Yeah, I know, but it's easier when you're on the fringe of what is normal to talk about psychedelics and all that type of stuff because he's a comedian, celebrity, like any artist is going to have more liberty to talk about that type of stuff and be more open about it than someone who works for a corporation, especially if like what you say has sway over the price of a company, you know?
One
Like
of my favorite episodes of his was the Post Malone episode. It's like 4.5 hours, and they're on mushrooms and just slamming Bud Lights the entire time. and every topic they hit on is like literally the stereotypical like, what do you think about aliens, bro? Like all of that bullshit just constant for 4.5 hours, and it's great. I think I listened to it twice.
You listen to people being stupid for 4 hours twice.
You listen to it
Yeah,
twice?
dude. It's
That's
amazing. I
crazy.
listen to it while I work.
I guess having it on the background is no big deal.
Yeah, for some stuff I can, but other stuff I gotta shut up and focus. But yeah, background stuff every now and then. Fuck yeah, I want to hear about aliens and brain chips.
That's
Yeah,
true. What are your
we all
thoughts on
get.
that, BK?
Yeah, you're gonna get brain chips.
I don't think it
You
will
think
affect
aliens
us
are
in our
real?
lifetime, but
No? Oh, I
I
do.
mean,
You think you
That's my
do? I don't think it will. I feel like
the
technology
brain
has
chips.
been decreasing in growth.
Elon's
No,
done it to pigs, I'm
no,
pretty sure.
dude, you're not ready.
I mean, I'm fully ready, dude. I'm just saying, I'm pessimistically thinking it's not gonna happen, and when it does happen, I'll be happy.
the The thing is, I
Expectation.
think like we're at a very kind of scary moment. I think as far as technology goes, where it is kind of tapered off a bit, but I think the next like the last thing was the internet. The next whatever the internet was that happens is gonna be like insane. It's gonna be skyrocket the trajectory of like
Human anatomy crossing with technology.
yeah.
That's true. I mean, I don't
So
know.
many
I
things
feel
will
like
be automated by like machine learning technology that our society the way it is now, it's just gonna be totally different within like 50 years.
so like with the internet, right? There was not like a great way to communicate with other people like every day, right? So when it dropped, people were like, "What the fuck is this?" Like what's happening?
Mhm.
Nowadays, we have so much access to new information there's no way something's gonna drop that we don't already know about. You know what I mean? And I don't know anything in the news where I'm like, that's the new internet.
You're a sheep. You're a total sheep.
I'm a sheep, dude. What do you mean? Like, there's no way,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be happy if it would happen, but I'm
it's
saying
not
that
showing up in my feed, so I guess it's not going on. Okay.
it's not on the front page of Reddit, Scott. It's not
You
real.
think any cutting edge technology, if you don't know about it, then it must not be the real deal.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
no. What I'm saying is that we have much more access to information, so something that big would never have not been like leaked or talked about somewhere. You know what I mean?
I'm not
And
saying
even
it's
like
happening
fake
tomorrow.
news. Nothing I hear is like, whoa, that's crazy. You know,
Technology
Okay.
happens at a gradual rate, Dwee. It's
Yeah, I'm
not
not
an
saying-
overnight
reminds me-
sensation.
I'm
I
sure it might
distinctly
happen, but I don't think
recall
it'll happen in the next 40 years.
Dwee telling me when I brought up Bitcoin to him in 2012, he's like, "Yeah, that shit's a scam. Don't fucking put any money in Bitcoin."
He wasn't wrong though. He wasn't wrong.
Is it
What's
not
the
down
end
like
product?
50%?
What's the end
Fuck
product?
you.
What price was
Who's
it at
right?
back when we talked about it? It was
So-
like literally $20 per Bitcoin. So
I was talking to my friend yesterday, and he was saying, "Don't buy Tesla. It's the biggest, it's the most overpriced stock there ever was. It's so stupid." And I said,
It is
"You're
overpriced.
right. You're right. But I've made money off of it, and
Mhm.
that's also the case with Bitcoin. So there's just things where if you catch it at the right time, even if it is like overpriced or overvalued, or the idea
But
is
I want to say that's fine. You can make money of it, but that doesn't invalidate it from being a scam.
Huh?
You're just a scammer,
okay."
right? Like you're
Sure.
just the winner in this case, so you have a different viewpoint on it. But at the end of the day, it's not real. You know, it's a scam. Like I'm not saying crypto is maybe NFTs, but I'm saying that like it could be and very well might be just based on the things around it, right?
Sure.
Dwee, you're
Sure.
just
I don't
so
think 100
opinionated.
years from now, I don't think 100 years from now, intellectuals are going to look back and see like NFTs as a society changing technology. I think there is going to be like big technology changes in the next like 50 years, like probably whenever we manage to crack fusion and stuff. I still think there's big milestones we can look forward to that are going to like shape our lives.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna progress that fast. We're like stagnating at this
I
point.
think- I think-
I think
I think
here's
we're
my-
living life like
like
I think
microchip
there's two options.
technology increases at an exponential rate, right?
There's two
I
options.
mean, look
though.
where the internet
resource
at was
limited.
20
We-
years
We have
ago,
resource
or-
limitations. I feel like that's gonna stop that sort of thing. We
Well,
barely
okay.
have resources to make a 3080, dude. I can't even buy a new graphics card. There's
Listen,
no way
listen,
we have enough fucking semiconductors to make, you know, whatever the newest thing is.
Dewey, that's the thing, though. Either we're going to start accelerating at a really rapid rate, or I think like we will like it'll start out like that, and then something will happen.
Something will change
Ki-
within the next
kind of
okay, that's
like
fair.
this
That's fair. I'm not
pandemic.
thinking about that. I feel like
Something
if
will
we
come out
keep
of
on
nowhere where
projecting-
like
something unexpected is not
a war-
projected.
some type of like technological like setback
That
or
is
something.
fair. In that case, then yeah, then it'll probably happen. But I'm
Yeah.
saying that if nothing changes, if we keep on a gradual rate, nothing like big happens within the next 40 years, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Climate change too. I think within 50 years it'll start to show.
That's true. Maybe we start figuring things out around that.
No one is really has a good hold of how to deal with climate change, because people are like, it's your fault, like you're not turning the light off at the right time, and you're not, you're not recycling, and you're not like every individual, when it's like a structural thing.
Right.
Also,
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You saving water isn't doing shit in the grand scheme of things.
no,
It's just a good thought. Stuff
The
like that.
shitty part is like everyone wants to shut down coal plants and fossil fuel like plants, but no one knows how to repurpose those jobs for when they do.
Yeah.
It's like you
And
can't
you
train
know who
like
it
a
hurts?
50-year-old plant technician to be a computer programmer like Andrew Yang wants to train truck drivers to be computer programmers.
That's gonna happen, all right?
Yang.
Gayng's gonna figure it out.
I like Yang.
He is
but
a
yeah,
good guy.
the
Cool. He
people.
lives in New York. He's so New York. He's so sick.
Yeah. The people on like mostly Democrats that like are fighting to stop climate change, and they want to shut down these coal plants. I think they don't think through that, like, if you shut down the coal plants, who's hurting? The working class, the poor people. It's not the actual businesses that get hurt. They have tons of other coal plants. They're solid. So you're just hurting like people, everyday people, whenever you do something like that. So you need a backup. Like trying to train them to do
Yeah, that's true.
shit like that.
I mean, but
Yeah.
also like
I'm not
I think-
arguing against shutting down coal plants. Like, we need nuclear. We need
Right.
nuclear to
but
get
it
us
does
there.
hurt, but it does hurt
Nuclear.
people that are working in that sort.
Yeah, and it's a solution. It's a hard.
True. True. It's not something you really think about. But like, I think my point is like, don't try. Like, I think going vegetarian is important because like then you spread it to other people and that sort of thing. But like, turn off your lights like an hour or like turn up your temperature a couple of degrees. You know what I mean? It might hurt your internet, like your electric bill, but it's not like doing anything in the grand scheme of saving.
Scott's not going to do that. His utilities are included in his rent, so.
Well, Scott, you can do it all you want. Don't worry about the environment. You're not affecting it at all.
I
That's
know.
what
I get the little things. There are certain things that you can do that if they're easy enough, you might as well do it.
No, don't change your routine. Fuck, it's not on you. It's propaganda. It ain't on you.
But
It's like the argument that we got in microeconomics, like you voting in a presidential election, like there's no point because you're not going to have an effect. Right.
That is less so than this because in this case, the energy that's attributed can be attributed to something else. Like instead of like wasting your time thinking about turning off the light or like saving water, spend that time like campaigning for reform in like industry, stuff like that.
Sure.
But like voting is a little bit different because that actually doesn't take any time, and even though it might not affect it, like the thought of you doing it will spread to people around you and so forth, stuff like that.
Just a
But
principle.
Brendan, I wouldn't trust anything about microeconomics that you
Trump.
know because when we were getting taught microeconomics in senior year of high school, Mr. DePaul was on his way out and he didn't give a fuck, and he set us up to
I did
fail
not
this
put that
fucking
together
AP
at the
test.
time.
Yeah,
Dude
I
was
didn't
so
either.
Checked out. He was so
I remember
checked out.
Katie Friedman raised money to get him a fucking iPad. We
was
gave him an
That's
iPad
great.
for not
That's
doing
guilted us
shit.
into chipping in like $20 or $50 or whatever, and we didn't even get us the latest Gen iPad. We got him like a Gen 2 iPad when they were on like Gen 3.5.
Yeah, I remember that was crazy.
Well, I'm glad we
mean,
didn't
like,
give him the latest because the
teachers
dude
are struggling and all, but you ain't gotta raise money for them as kids. That's kind of weird,
no.
dude.
he was a fun teacher, but we realized after he left how fucked we were for the AP test. And then Mr. Mastrangelo came in. He was like actually pretty cool as fuck, and he had a
Mr.
hot
Mastrangelo
girlfriend.
rocked. That dude,
Yeah,
was
he
so
rocked. I remember when he brought his girlfriend into what's the thing where Minithon.
Hershey Park.
Yeah.
Hershey Park.
Yeah.
Did he have a
Well, I
hot
saw it
girl? I
before.
forget.
He did.
I don't remember.
He
Good for
would
him.
be like what? He would be a couple years younger than us, right now, right? He
He's like
wasn't
if Matt
that cool.
Chaffee was cool.
Yeah, I think wasn't he like late 20s like us right now?
Probably.
I think so. Yeah, but the dude had like olive skin. I bet he pooled, and he was so fucking charming.
True. But you want to suck his dick, BK?
I kind of do. I was.
We
He would
all
be
were,
one of
to be
the
honest.
contenders.
The guys
Yeah.
did, the girls did.
Yeah.
Oh
all
my
took
god, we
turns.
were all swooning over him, and he was like genuinely a good teacher. Taught me way more than DePaul did.
No. When he switched over,
DePaul just
that was
ranted
a
about
godsend.
Apple.
That was actually a godsend when he switched over. That dude was not a teacher, man.
It was an outrage when Hempfield didn't give him a full-time job. I thought that was the closest we ever got to organizing a protest.
Yeah, that was
Seriously.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is kind
Heard
of
about
like, did anyone ever figure out why? Was he just a bad teacher like before as well, or?
I think
too
the
hot.
bitch that
It was
ended
too
up
hot,
getting
dude.
a job, I don't think. Well, I never had her, but I heard she wasn't that impressive.
Oh, that's crazy.
The one that
I
talked
don't know.
macro. Yo, what
I
if it
never
came
took
down
macro.
to who got the better scores on the AP tests? And just because the other teacher was giving a shit, she
Fuck.
got the better
Damn.
score?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be a factor.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty big factor. Like
I mean, he was dealt a bad hand. And
right? It's not his fault. The ball was bad.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Shame on Hempfield.
Yeah, man. Half of the people we know work at Hempfield now. I mean, like I know a lot of people that work at Hempfield.
Shouts
Yeah.
out
I know the
Hempfield.
thought of Matt Chaffee speaking in a public school like keeps me up at night.
Where I used to go, oh my god, that sucks, dude.
I used to go.
Yeah, man.
I was explaining
Well, boys,
the oh shit. I was just gonna say one more thing. I was explaining
go for it.
um the fucking Mr. Hempfield thing to
It's hard to
my
explain.
friends.
It's hard
And
to
I was like
explain.
the best word I could use if I were to call it one word is a pageant.
It was
Right,
a
it really
charity event.
is,
It was a
yeah.
charity event.
yeah, okay,
Charity.
charity event, but that's 2 words. So
Okay.
anyway, I was like trying to explain, and it was like it was weird though, because like most
it was
high
just it was
schoolers
it
would
was just
never have
like
put something on like that.
maybe I don't know. I mean, it was actually like very progressive. It was like a Miss pageant, but for males because they didn't want to be misogynistic and have that sort of thing for Miss Hempfield.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
cool. It was like very interesting. I mean, it was in like a swimsuit competition, which kind of like worked in my favor, but it was still really cool. The rest
Same.
of it.
It wouldn't have been my favor either. You see my skinny ass up on the
But
stage.
everything about it was fun, and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. A
Why
chance
didn't
for
they
me
have a
to
Miss
dance up on
Hempfield?
stage.
I don't understand.
Well,
I
because
don't think
that's
any
just
schools had a pageant like
a
that.
pageant.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
they had
it was just like
the
a
closest thing that that schools get to that is like the homecoming queen.
yeah, that's true. But like you're not you're not competing. Like
No.
really, it's just
Well,
people
I
vote for
think
you.
some of them kind of are.
Oh, do they? Do they have like actual things for it, like talent and stuff like that?
Oh no. Just it's a popularity contest. Who sucks most dick? That's the contest.
That's it. Damn.
Lauren
Did we have
Miller.
one? Did we? Whoa.
Yeah, it
Hey,
was you.
yo.
It was you, dude.
Yeah, man. Is that where we're gonna cut
Is
it?
that the pod? I feel like
Wait, we gotta do
gone for an hour.
Is there like a cold
Cold
closing? Is that
close?
what yeah, cold close? Is that the name? Because you hear about cold opens, you don't really hear about cold closes.
Mm.
Do we got a cold close?
Brandon,
Yeah, what
Brandon, hey,
propaganda
Brandon,
do you want to plug, I guess?
Brandon, throw up in your mouth again.
Dude, that'd be sick.
If we had the drop, we could just replay that shit.
No, that's actually gonna be the drop. It's a manual drop, and you just like gag yourself.
you just put your hand on your throat.
Make myself throw up every time we end the podcast.
I love it. I'm a big
I do
fan
it
of
for the
that.
love of the boys. Why not?
Throw up right now, dude.
Yeah, you won't.
Do it.
I meant that like figuratively.
Okay.
Right, stay gay
Okay.
or stay not gay. What's the stance we're taking for this podcast?
Stay
Stay gay. Stay gay.
Stay gay.